Hey everyone, my name is Forever2 and welcome back to Reverse 1999 for another one of the side story of the characters in the banner. Now in today's video, we're going to be doing this character here. Welcome to Into the Rainforest. Now this will be about Lopera. Now, and I guess we're going to go with another unique gameplay here. So the description says, enter the jungle with caution and care, take a deep breath and release your fear, keep your eyes open, danger may be near. So let's go ahead and start this one on Manhunt. Again, this will be spoilers if you have not played the main story.
Sorry, sir, but I respectfully decline this operation.
Lopera.
You're already on General Carlos's deployment list, Lieutenant. They haven't been speaking long, but the young major's throat is already drying up. He's run through this conversation 100 times in his head. Warily, he strains the slack of lists and breathings on his hand. These people are working with the Apostles' Brotherhood, smuggling weapons, plotting to kill Zeno's soldiers and attack our outposts. The intel is crystal clear. Am I the only one around here who isn't completely local? These suspects are all just ordinary people. Fishers, boatmen. And I got a call.
Lieutenant, watch your tone when speaking about a superior officer. Lopera.
What?
Okay, I just got back from that damnable phone call. I really did not know that I was getting a phone call, and that was a long conversation. I had to force the conversation short. So I missed a bunch of things I was supposed to narrate. So I don't know if you guys liked without my narration. That's just fine, maybe. So the parrot taps the cauldron in her arms as she flutters off without any hesitation. Yep, that's me. Just always getting interrupted in the moment of recording. It's so stupid. The major doesn't stop her. He knows he can't. So he turns to his preparation notes while rubbing his temples with one hand. Not sure if I could do it again, but hey, I wouldn't do it. It already happened, and what's done is done. That's how I roll. I may not get it the first time, so well. The journey from the base to São Paulo is a well-worn path to her, as are the familiar streets that lead to her safe and hidden spot in town. She calms her breathing as she dials and is met with a raspy busy signal. Hot, sticky dust rises up from São Paulo's streets and seeps through the cracks of her window blinds, mixed fragrantly with engine exhaust and the smell of old fruit. Well, dear, who's this? Hello?
Molly!
Molly? Beta? Why are you calling from an unsecured phone line? Never mind that. I need to tell you something about São Paulo before I set off. Before you set off? What is it, Beta? Beta, you're not causing trouble again, are you? That idiota Carlos is the only cause of trouble here. General Carlos? You've mentioned him in your reports. Father thinks... A vague, heavy sound from the other end interrupts her sister's conversation. Yes, it's Lopera. Understood, sir. Ow, my ear. Molly?
It's me.
Admiral Igor. The voice that comes next is deep, yet distant and filled with unrestrained power, like thunder rolling over the horizon.
Father.
I was going to have Molly tell you. This concerns General Carlos' operation. Yes, I'm aware. The São Paulo base already submitted their plans. It's Carlos's paranoia on the rampage again. You can see that, don't you? Can you? I have to stop him, Father. If this continues, he'll have the whole city plunged into chaos. Father? The Admiral's silence is unexpected. Lopera thought he would be more decisive. In her eyes, stopping Carlos had become her highest priority. You are on the deployment list, are you not?
Of course.
A sense of unease crawls up her spine like a spider. She knows where this conversation is headed.
Yes.
Then you are refusing your orders? Lopera bites her lip, unable to answer. General Carlos is your superior officer. This does not change even if he is a fool.
It's a soldier's duty to follow orders.
An officer gives orders. A soldier executes them, whether it is charging a beachhead or abandoning a position.
But...
I can find out what's really happening, Father. I'll prove that this intel is wrong. Are you a soldier, Lopera, or a saboteur?
Lopera, if you cross that line, it could be considered treason.
What? No, I didn't even think of that.
Treason. The word strikes her like a bell hammer, ringing through her skull. Her fingers grip the edge of the table tightly, knuckles losing color. It can't be. What is the mission? She sniffs, mustering the courage to continue.
Sandro.
I'm to find someone named Sandro. Then find this Sandro as instructed. Complete your mission and report for duty. Do nothing else. The name becomes a slender lifeline, a path back into his graces.
Yes, Father. I'll find him.
I will look over your reports about the General. After you complete your mission, well, dear, is there anything else? Muffled sounds come from the receiver as the phone is handed over.
You know he's right, Beta.
Yes, I know. But how long will we keep turning a blind eye to the damage that Carlos is doing? Zeno is as slow to replace personnel as it is to restock supplies. There's no one available to take his post. But I promise I'll discuss the situation in São Paulo with Father again, when it is suitable. There's nothing emptier than a promise awaiting suitable conditions. Good luck with your mission. Good luck. Better. I got thirsty. My mouth is dry. Alright, so that small interruption kind of messed with me. And I think I can replay it again. But I'm already 10 minutes past, so let's go ahead and start with a game of dice. Hey! Anybody going to the river cruise? A sightseeing boat docks along a densely wooded riverbank. From the deck, it could be mistaken for the depths of the jungle. Excited tourists poke their heads out to look around. For those seeking the appearance of adventure without venturing deep into the perilous Amazon, the river environs of São Paulo are a fine substitute. That's right. Bring a few bottles back home with you. I guarantee your friends back in Europe won't notice a difference. But when all said is done, this ain't the Amazon. It's as fake as the crocodile bag I bought the other day. Can't believe I fell for it, even after he said Hermes secretly buys all their hides from him. The old captain pats the tourist's polyester suit with a friendly hand, ignoring his less than elegant pronunciation of the name. Crocodiles? My friend, if only you had come to me earlier, I would never have let you be treated like that. In fact, I know a certain daring individual who keeps a few genuine broad-snouted caimans out in the rainforest, the kind that can crush a turtle shell with a single bite. I'd be happy to make some introductions. By the way, my friend, you're carrying American dollars, aren't you? So what? Is all this cruciero just completely useless? Not useless at all. It's great for kindling, confetti, even waste paper for your parrot. Just take my advice, friend. Exchange what you have for dollars before it sinks any lower. But don't let those suits at the bank trick you. A friend of mine specializes in exchanging currencies. I guarantee you it's a better deal.
Let me think.
He and his enthusiastic guide have been friends for a good 3 hours, and in that time, his host even taught him the rules to double-deck canasta. Somehow, this currency exchange proposal begins to seem almost credible. However, a face wreathed in a bright orange interrupts the tourist's thoughts. Excuse me, sir. Mind if I speak with Captain Rodrigo for a moment?
Hey!
Hey, kid! You lost or something?
Lopera.
I didn't know you were interested in seeing my shabby old boat. Are you two related?
Sorry, sir.
What makes you think I'm related to this old picareta? What a shame. You know, I've always considered you like a violently hot-headed daughter I'd never had. Lopera, don't go breaking this old man's heart. Yeah, whatever. Just beat it, kid. Mr. Rodrigo and I have business to discuss. Why don't you go play somewhere else for a while? If you're good, maybe I'll get you some hot cocoa later. It's delicious. Double cream, double sugar. The stuff slides down your throat like porridge. The captain was just telling me about it. You'll love it. Senhor. Whatever Rodrigo has told you, I advise you not to believe a word of it, including anything about his cocoa. Rodrigo rolls his eyes and grins. But why don't you try the guarana juice while you're here? It'll perk you up more than any cocoa or coffee. Did you say guarana?
Of course.
You should check further down the shore. There's bound to be a stall somewhere selling it. True to her word, there aren't many stalls bunched along the shoreline, which, not far from the city, serves as a fine spot for small traders to sell their exotic goods at a good price.
Great.
Hot dog! Well, I guess I should try something special to the area.
Goodbye.
See you later, Captain. And, miss, if I find any guarana juice, I'll be sure to bring some back for you. Anticipating the new experience awaiting him, the tourist disembarks in a rush toward the riverbank.
You do realize that you just let a big fish slip away, right? Silly little birdie.
Rodrigo shakes his head in resignation, but his tone lacks any hint of anger. Instead, he opens his mouth into a wide and knowing smile. I'm tracking someone down. Find him for me, and Zeno will give you a lot more than a big fish.
Zeno?
The calm, kind expression vanishes from Rodrigo's face, his brows furrowing with perceptive caution. I have to find Sandro. Never heard of him. It is a lie as plain as day, said without any effort at concealment.
Hey!
Really, Rodrigo? That's what you're going with? You know you might just lose to the last person in São Paulo still willing to trust you. If my intel is right, the last time anyone saw Sandro, he was getting off your boat. The weather captain remained silent, squinting, perhaps pondering. Or maybe São Paulo's sun is just too bright. How about this? Lopera pulls out a fancy-looking dye from her waist and tosses it into an empty wooden cup on the table. High or low? Clear and simple. If I win, you tell me where Sandro is. And if I win? Lopera slams her revolver onto the table. Now you know how much this gamble is worth to me. Rodrigo offers the stiff smile. Seeing no resistance, Lopera turns the cup over to cover the die. You're up. Lopera pushes the cup towards Rodrigo, indicating with a generous flair that it is his turn to roll the die. Rodrigo sighs, extending his rough fingers over the cup, thoughtfully weighing up the pros and cons of joining in. Why did they have to send you? Carlos couldn't find some other grunt. You got a problem with me? The Apostles' Brotherhood is looking for Sandro too. This is anything but a simple operation.
What?
You think I can't handle a few apostles? The girl's hand grabs the pistol wagered in their bet, spinning it around her fingertips. They might as well be the bottles down at the Zeno shooting range. Actually, easier. Zeno's got those bottles that fly through the air.
Silly little birdie.
Cool it. This is no place to be playing with guns. Let's do this. Rodrigo shakes the wooden cup. Lopera places the revolver back onto the table. After a few blinks of an eye, the cup comes to a clean stop. The die spins with a crisp, rolling sound within. High. Then I'm low. The cup is gently lifted, revealing the die lying obediently on the table. Low. That's low, old man. You see? It's two. Lopera happily returns the pistol to its holster without a hint of surprise. Rodrigo picks up Lopera's die from the table, rubbing it in his palm. Looks like old Rodrigo's luck is as thin as his blood these days. Now the bet. Don't try to cheat me. Where's is Sandro? Rodrigo changes the subject again. I've heard Zeno is gathering troops for a move into Socorro. Is that true? Carlos es tu idiota. The momentary slip of the tongue sears through her brain like a branding iron. How could she let this low-level informant trip her up? Rodrigo sighs, almost sympathetically.
This is really bad.
You don't understand a thing, Rodrigo. Now I'm done with you invading my questions.
Where is Sandro?
The hot sun of the southern hemisphere burns on Rodrigo's brow. He blinks at her, weighing his options before giving in to his honor. The Barata has hidden himself. Well, follow me ashore, and I'll lead the way. I don't need a guide. Just give me a location, and you can get back to business. Sandro is hiding deep in the forest, Rainforest. You won't find anything but capybara droppings without me. Okay, we're tired. Besides, I need to make sure the information I give you won't bring any harm to Sandro. She has dealt with Rodrigo long enough to know better. I never knew you had such a kind heart, Rodrigo. I'm old enough that I should start going to mass every week, little birdie. Maybe this old bastard is ready to turn over a new leaf. He tosses the die to Lopera. The cube rolls through the bright sunlight, tracing a shining arc. The girl reaches out instinctively, tracking the arc as the small object lands square in her palm. I was just about to remind you to return my dye. She raises her hand, looking up at Rodrigo's sunburned face. The latter is looking down to the exposed dye. Jesus Christ. Sorry, got interrupted again. Another tool. You have good luck with dice. She folds her hand over the die, removing it from his scrutinizing gaze. Coincidence? You let me call it. How'd you know I bet high?
Hey!
I told you it was a coincidence. Rodrigo doesn't seem bothered by your trick. Be quicker to cover that hand next time, little birdie. I don't want to see a sweet girl like you getting roughed up over a bad bet. I got a gun. There are things in this world that aren't afraid of guns, senora. Who knows what kind of monsters are lurking out there? You don't really think that'll scare me, do you? We must always be prepared for the worst.
Come. I'll take you to Sandro.
Okay, so we might be playing a little spy game here, and we're going to part 2, finding Sandro. Yeah. Alright, so, what is this? Lopera, you have entered the Rainforest. The dense foliage in the rainforest makes it easy to get lost. Every step requires careful consideration. Each move costs stamina, so make sure you reach your destination before you run out of energy. So let's start by heading due east. After a long period of exploration, you're exhausted. Time to consider your next steps, so each new location has its own unique set of events. So choosing different solutions will lead to different outcomes. Some events can be also resolved by crafting the right item through the use of alchemy. Alright, so your alchemy is not perfect, so if you don't get the item you want, just try a few more times. So she is an alchemist, and she uses bullets, because she's a gunman, a guerrilla. So she got poisonous bullets, corrosive, metal, and explosive bullet. So proceed with caution and carefully check everything on your way to your destination. So we could sit down and rest, make supplies, search for tools, or look for food. I'm honestly not too sure what I should do. You know, honestly. If I'm exhausted, shouldn't I sit down and rest then? Maybe? I need more snack oil concrete, so should I look for food then? The rainforest is a cornucopia of food. As a skilled hunter, you won't need to worry about going hungry, so I got guarana, cocoa bean, and mushroom. Let's see. Should I go west or east again? I can't go north, I can't go south. Could I go west? Or east again? I'm gonna go west. Half a constructed old tram station left behind, abandoned due to lack of funding. So let's enter and explore. After finding a few beds, it seems someone made this place their home. So we've got gunpowder, bombardier beetle, guarana, mushroom again. So distance to the final destination very, very far. We need to go to east. A Zeno supply point, now deserted thanks to the rebels. You can take anything you want, not need to file a single piece of paperwork, so we could loot only the storage room, only check the reports, or loot every spot, so... Let's go the storage room. Yeah, that sucks. Can we go east again? Yeah. Unfortunately, I may have messed up here. Not sure if it needs anything. But I think most of the supplies I will find during this whole section may be handy. Did you hear that?
What?
A gunshot.
But with all the reverberation from these trees, it's impossible to tell from where or how far. Don't look at me. I'm just an ordinary human, and an old one at that. My hearing isn't so sharp. But gunshots are not uncommon here. It's always been like this, and it's only gotten worse since the Apostles' Brotherhood arrived. This is what makes life on the shore so unbearable, and why I escaped to the water.
Yeah, and?
How is life on the water, Captain? Capitan? The old man looks away, back to the river. Before I came to São Paulo, I knew a man, older even than I am now. He lived beside a wide river, running a simple business, honest his whole life, beloved by his wife and son. Then one day he became another person, just like that, as if his mind switched with a flash of lightning. He went out and made a boat out of mimosa wood, the hard kind that never rots even in 100 years. The day he finished it, he took that boat out and never went ashore again. The day I moved to São Paulo, he was still there, floating on the water. You're full of it, Rodrigo. You could at least try to make your story sound real. Well, it's realistic enough in my eyes. To me, it's the rest of the world that feels like make-believe. Maybe he was just fed up with life and decided to leave it all behind. Maybe he didn't want to deal with the troubles of the land. I've thought of doing the same myself, but I can't quite give it all up just yet. The man shakes his head, giving the story a strange and an abrupt ending. This isn't the time to reflect on old stories. We must find Sandro soon. Another gunshot. A distant, almost unreal gunshot echoes through the rainforest. Again? I heard it too. This time, that gun. The caliber sounds like the same gun that Sandro carries. We should hurry. He might be in danger. Oh yeah, he's in danger. He's in the rainforest. A retired hunter has set up a shooting range in the rainforest. It's a paradise for gun enthusiasts, ready to outsnipe the scruffy guy beside you. Have to try gather information, so let's see if I can make a metal bullet or... Okay, so what can I do? Let's craft. I got all three. Nice. A Viper Pinata. I don't have that. And a snack. I'm gonna craft that too. Because why not? Alright, so I got one of each, and yeah, that's all I got for now. So I could gather information or have to have a try. Let's have a try. Test your aim. Only $20 a round. No cruceros, and you have to use your own bullets. The shopkeeper's demeanor makes you want to shoot him instead. I have a Bombay torpedo, gunpowder residue, and rotten banana peel. Choose a direction. I'm never good with directions here. To be honest, I honestly do not know if there's a way to choose here. I'm gonna go east. Maybe east? A shepherd with a bow hunting for his... I don't have that, so... do I have enough? I don't have enough for a Viper Pinata, so no thanks. East? Let's go south then. After a burst of chaotic gunfire, birds scour wildly. This is crafted. Alright. I'm gonna shoot the birds. Your ruthless act brings silence to your surroundings. You strain your ears. Yeah, forget it. We just got more things, so... East again? A Zeno supply point. Now deserted thanks to the rebels again. So we've only lost stamina. Let's loot every spot. Yeah. Stamina cost... Yeah, what can I do here? Could I go north or east again? Maybe east again. A poisonous swamp lies ahead. Too dangerous even for the fittest Zeno soldier to cross. So let's cross directly? Maybe? You're always prepared, once again allowing you to overcome obstacles in your path. So east, north. So let's go north again. Yeah. A small black pellet, like a pepper kernel. Lopera holds it between her index finger and thumb, raising it up to her eye. See anything? It looks like a little pill. Only way we'll know that what it does is if we try it. I wouldn't recommend that. I had a cat once. It died from eating something it shouldn't have. That is true. I'm not a cat. No, you're more like an ocelot, but yeah. She pops the little pepper kernel into her mouth.
Wait, don't do that.
Spit that out. Don't worry, I've got this. She crushes the mysterious pill between her molars. The reckless amateur alchemist's face contorts like a tourist biting into a fried ant for the first time. Does anyone even eat fried insects? Que pesado. These taste. It's like little needles prickling my nose. Oh, the smell is all up in my nose. I can't even seem to swallow it. And I feel a little dizzy. Oh no, she got drugged. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Ah! It's a hallucinogen.
Rodrigo!
Why do you look so different? Uh-oh. I don't know what she swallowed, but I think she got... Yeah, she went on an acid trip. Oh no. A keyhole? Where am I?
You can't go out, Lopera.
Papa? Why would I go out? Oh, right. I was going to the carnival.
Please. I'm only going to the carnival.
It's not safe outside. But Nydia and Laura have already been to the carnival, and they said it was safe. They didn't invite you, did they? I don't know why. I wanted to join them there to see if we can clear up whatever's bugging them.
Nothing bad's going to happen there, Papa.
There are police there, and I'm old enough to go now. Please, we can go together. I said you can't go, Lopera. You are not to go to that carnival. Never? Why? Don't question me on this. You are my daughter, and you will obey.
Isn't this manor large enough for you to wreak havoc again?
There's nothing to do here. I want to go out. What are you doing? No, please, don't lock me in. Is he chaining up her room?
No!
Dude straight up locked her in her room to protect her from outside.
Lopera, listen to me.
I was drinking some water. The two of them wrestle on the riverbank, but one has a clear advantage in strength.
What's going on?
Thank God.
You almost killed me, little birdie. That's what's going on. Luckily, you snapped out of it. You need to stop eating just any old thing that pops out of that cauldron.
Come. I'll take you to Sandro.
Now have some water first. Well, what if I do get some water? A swamp filled with piranhas, more threatening than if it were toxic, so we could take a detour right for the one moment, or let's just eliminate the threat. You fire several bullets at moving targets in the swamp, quickly taking care of the dangers in front of you. Alright, so let's see what we can craft here. So I'm gonna craft this. More snacks, maybe? And more ammo. I don't care. I'm crafting anything I can here. Alright. So I'm not sure if we're going east, south, or west here, so I'm gonna go west this time. After a long period of exploration, you're exhausted, so let's take a sit down and rest to gain more of this. So, going west. Let's go. I'm not sure if I say north or east. Let's go with south. Maybe south. There's a gunfire to serve as a decent landmark, but the echoes in the forest are still overwhelming. You hope you have a good hearing, so let's listen carefully. You successfully discern the right direction. This will be great help in following your exploration. So, not far east north, so let's go east. And Yeah. And north. I don't know if I have the thing. Let's craft this just in case. See if I get a piranha. No, I do not get a piranha. I wanted to get a piñata trap, but I guess we're just gonna drive away the threat. And more to the east. Shoot birds. And east. I like the fact that how it gives you a little clue when you're going directions, but I'm just blindly clicking. Long journeys necessitate a little small talk to ease the nerves, and the older the travelers, it seems, the more likely the topic turns to family.
Kid.
You never talk about your parents. You're not Brazilian, so where are you?
No. I'm originally from Colombia.
Bananas, coffee, and a military junta. Not so different, really. At least you won't get homesick. She has no desire to engage with the old man's banter. In her art, she feels far more nostalgia for the dry, yellowed steppes of Kazakhstan than for the country of her birth. Admiral Igor and his children did not have a fixed home.
Zeno is my home.
As for Colombia, Brazil, it doesn't matter. Rodrigo stops his pace and turns around to inquire further.
How can Zeno be your home? It's just an army.
I once served in the army too. Really, it's no different from any other job. People from all over bunched together just trying to survive. Many years ago, someone told me, join the army, you'll make friends for life, and no one in Rio will dare look down on you again.
But,
Life after retirement was not so good, and all of those friends for life dried up in the end. Then I heard someone say, go to São Paulo, the soda factory there pays in dollars. Your children will suffer no more. Not long after I arrived, the factory closed down. I didn't even get my last month's wages. Worse, I found out my co-workers had taken it. Rodrigo claps his big hands together, as if creating a dramatic pause. At the end of all that, I finally understood. Family is the only thing that matters. No one else will ever truly care about you in this world. Once the war is over, once the factory closes, when you leave with empty hands and nothing more than you come with, and you worry every day about what your children will eat.
Wait.
You have children? Rodrigo sweeps his large hand slightly over Lopera's head.
of course.
A daughter. She was about your age.
But she never made it out of Rio.
She died. Sorry. The man puts on a smile. It was my fault. I shouldn't have joined the army. Then the cartel wouldn't have gone after her to get to me. But I know that she must be in heaven because she used all of her persuasion to get God to send me my little boat. See, she has blessed me already. Maybe that's why I want to live on. Like that old man, just waiting for the day that my own mind will let me flick that switch.
But,
Now is not that day. I still need to help you find this Sandro, don't I? Right. We need to find Sandro fast. Alright, let's keep going. And success. You've reached the favela. Okay, never mind. So I had good stamina. I've explored 11 areas and I got many items at the end of it. I hope I do keep the items in there, so... Alright, let's keep moving. Jungle Village. 2 heads, one big and one small, peck out from behind the damp, rotting planks. First the big, dark one, then the small, red one.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the place?
of course.
Shooter shooting.
Rodrigo!
I think you must have taken the wrong turn somewhere. There is no one here. Even if Sandro isn't here, it shouldn't be abandoned. There were people living here. But remember the gunshots earlier? Perhaps the Apostles' Brotherhood got here before us. Well, since there's no one, we don't exactly need to stick to the shadows. Come on, let's take a look around and see what we can find. The girl pokes her small frame out from behind the planks before Rodrigo pulls her back.
What?
Wait a minute.
Look closely. Something's moving behind the clothes on that laundry line. Lopera squints as though aiming at an enemy, then widens her eyes in surprise. There is indeed someone behind the hanging wrinkled clothes, wearing Zeno colors. Oh, see the colors? They're friendly. No need to worry.
No.
Things don't seem right, little birdie. That soldier looks strange to me. Trust this unlucky old thing's intuition on this. What the hell are you talking about? The girl doesn't intend to listen to him. She gets up, slips out of the cover again. But Rodrigo is quick to pull her back once more.
Wait, don't do that.
You trying to get yourself shot? Lopera attempts to call the Zeno soldier over, but an oily hand, reeking of fish, covers her mouth entirely.
Let go, damn it!
Rodrigo's strong grip renders her struggle futile. The two wait in an awkward, tense stance for the Zeno soldier's next move. The soldier does not seem to have taken any notice of their hidden struggle, but he moves cautiously still. Rodrigo's attempt to prove his judgment correct loses out to Lopera's struggling impatience. You got a smoke screen, dude. Oh, man. Damn it! What just happened? A freshly made smoke bomb releases a cloud of moth-scale dust, giving the girl a chance to break free from his clutches.
Hey!
Have you lost your mind, Rodrigo? Don't go! The alchemical explosion startles the soldier, who turns his gun toward the smoke. Who's there? The girl emerging from the pale smoke is unmistakable. Anyone who serves at the São Paulo base would recognize her in an instant. It's... you?
Hey!
It's me, Lopera. Put the gun down. Come on, I need your help. Some old fool has been threatening me. The corporal's frame stiffens, unmoving except for his eyes, which twitched mildly. Antonio! Someone's here! Another nervous Zeno soldier emerges from the nearby house, rifle in hand. What are you two doing? You recognize me, don't you? Seriously, you guys are so... The Zeno corporal doesn't answer, but her training and instincts read these twitching movements and telegraph his attention. He's preparing to fire. Have a fish! Huh? A fermented fish flies through the air, momentarily distracting the aggressors. Fire! Lopera is pushed through the narrow door, a spray of bullets zipping over her head. What are they doing? You got fight back, kid. Where's that gun of yours? Well, there's a rifle. Well, looks like we're about to fight some friendlies. Yeah, indeed. Ooh! Oh, I get to have... Oh, hold on. Let me listen to this real quick.
Skip the warm-up. I'm always ready to jump into the action.
Be fearless, whether you're in icy wind or scorching heat.
Which of these darlings shall we attempt to first?
Do I like the music, fight music in this chapter? Oh my god. Just what exactly are you guys trying to do? Sorry, Lieutenant, but I think it's your best interest not to know. What on earth are you talking about? Questions like that won't get you any answers. Kid, it is bullets that will make them talk. Stay out of this, Rodrigo. Stay out of sight, Rodrigo. Either help me or find a place to hide. I don't really have a weapon. Then go hide. Ooh. Alright, so we're binding ourselves with... Actually, I want to see her ability, so let's go with this. Dude, look at them. That's jungle gear right there. Yeah, don't know why it looks like an American soldier, but hey, why not? Okay, so what can I do? Let's channel real quick.
My turn, huh? I never get tired of this one.
Do have a little faith in me, Master.
Whoosh! Easy as pie.
I never miss. Most of the time, anyway.
Still look her. Is that what she looks like in her insight too?
Not too shabby.
That's nothing.
An RPG? Are you kidding me? All right, let's use you.
Feels no.
Get ready.
You.
This is going ready. Aim.
Wait.
No.
Again.
Stretch
Get
you.
ready. This is going to be ready.
That's-
Aim. Perfectly understood.
Keep up the pace.
Wait for the pop.
Is she blindfolding?
Fire.
Woo!
Stay back, I say.
Nice. Alright, I really love the music in this fighting here. Alright. Alright, let's add another incantation here so I can upgrade I guess this one, I guess. Alright, let's give you
Experience
healing.
fuels knowledge.
My turn, huh?
I've got some trouble brew.
Your end draws near.
Devote yourselves to one another.
Just a gentle blow.
Fresh from the crucible. Feel my dark embrace.
Alright, I gotta get rid of them. Alright, why am I exposed?
Ready? Aim.
No. Stretch progress.
Stay put. This will hurt longer. I mean.
This is for us all.
Keep calm.
Woo! Damn! I think I did it.
That's what it's all about. Life or death battle and victory.
Okay, now I'm reconsidering pulling for Lopera. Shit. Shoot. Huh. Antonio is the first to fall, toppling over into a heap, his soul seeping out with the blood pooling at his side. But the other soldier remains wounded, alive. No!
Traitor.
Traitor. The small but powerful tip of the shoe kicks the soldier into the shoulder, digging into the fresh bullet wound. The corporal curls his body over to the other side, only to be flipped back over by Rodrigo. Enough! That's 12 kicks already. One more and you might put him down for good. We still have questions for him. What's going on? Tell me everything, right from the beginning. Well, first, after I joined Zeno. Meu Dios, not the whole damn story. How about these for the start? Why are you here? I was just out gathering supplies. Rodrigo sighs heavily, as though he has already guessed the whole truth. And who were you gathering supplies for? The corporals avert his eyes, hoping silence might save him. Oh, that's how you want to play it, huh? Lopera pulls out her revolver and presses it to the corporal's temple, the cold barrel breaking his will in an instant. No, I'll tell you everything! He knows well enough this little birdie wouldn't hesitate to execute him. Antonio's body is proof. Spit it out. I don't know who gave you the order. I only know he's from the Apostles' Brotherhood. They wanted food, sugar, rum, even people, everything. The Brotherhood? Lopera leaves a purple bruise on his cheekbone with the butt of her gun. Ah! You lunatic! Mother... You're the lunatic to join in on bad guys, my dude. How did you get mixed up with those bastards? Haven't you felt how things at Zeno have changed? You didn't notice anything? Of course, you're not like us. You're not ordinary, but we are. We only joined Zeno to make a living, not to serve that lunatic Carlos. This is all his fault. We can't let him bring another massacre to Socorro. The Brotherhood said they would help us. But be more specific. What is going on with Carlos? A momentary spasm of contempt flashes across the corporal's lips.
Carlos is dead.
What?
What?
He's dead? That can't be. He was alive when I left the base. Then you just missed it. I bet the megas are already feasting on him by now. The corporal shivers from blood loss and the cold. The same chill slowly creeps up Lopera's spine.
No entiendo.
Rodrigo exhales a murky cloud of hot breath to one side, unnoticed by Lopera. Carlos.
If what he said is true, oh God, this could turn São Paulo upside down. Who would have thought Zeno would end up in a mess like this? And Sandro.
His coarse fingers rub the corners of his eyes. Seems like it, don't it? Rodrigo returns to Lopera's side and places his hand gently on her arm, lowering the barrel of the gun.
No.
You know the score, little birdie. They killed Carlos, then joined up with the Apostles' Brotherhood. In military terms, it sounds like mutiny. Lopera shakes off Rodrigo's hand and presses the gun hard into the corporal's forehead, the cold metal sinking into his skin. Ah! The soldier grabs for the gun, but his blood-drained strength fails him. In his weakened state, he is no match for Lopera. He fails to move the barrel even half an inch. Are you going to kill me? You are already an enemy in Zeno's eyes. Judgment has been handed down. No, I'm not! I just wanted a way out! Please, ask me anything! I'll tell you! Too late, sumbitch! Rodrigo takes over the interrogation. Where is Sandro? Of course, yeah. Wait, Sandro? Who is Sandro? You came to this village to find him? The condemned man's expression is sincere, and on the verge of death, he has no reason nor likely the ability to lie. There's no one else here. No one's been here. We just ran away after what happened to Carlos. But you killed your comrades to escape the base, right?
Darn it. Traitor.
Lopera!
Rodrigo pulls her away before she can cause any more harm to the dying corporal. Please, whatever you want, just leave me here. He musters the courage to look Lopera in the eye one last time, his eyes swimming in a cocktail of fluids, blood, sweat, and tears. We were comrades once, right? I remember playing cards with you. You were cheating, but I didn't care. For the sake of those old games, you remember my name, do you? The corporal throws his hand across his chest, grabbing the pocket on his uniform. Don't move a muscle. It's not a weapon. I just want to show you. The corporal continues to fumble in his chest, and Lopera raises her firearm. Both of their arms tremble. In this moment, the three of them freeze in silent agreement. Only a trembling hand moves, reaching into an open pocket. A gust of wind gathers the stretch of the rainforest decay, blowing humid, sticky air across the scene. The thick forest isolates their little unfolding drama from the rest of the world. There is no one else here but them and a fragile dying man, who hopes he can tell her his name. Lucas. The air is so thick it feels toxic. In the moment, it feels like all of this is just some sick hallucination. Only a nightmare, a fleeting moment with no consequences. She doesn't have to pull the trigger. She could leave now, return to the base, as though nothing happened. That idiot Carlos might even be still alive. But at that very least, things will be back in order.
Lucas.
The dark gun barrel forms a black sun in the Zeno corporal's eyes. And then the sun explodes.
You have to learn the consequences of your actions.
That's a great analogy. The sun explodes. That's the gunshot. I think she shot him in the eyes. Damn. Disloyalty and betrayal can never be forgiven. Rodrigo squats down, first taking the corporal's pistol, then reaching into his chest pocket. It's a dog tag. Should we take it with us? Without a single word, Lopera grabs the dog tag and tosses it into her cauldron. She sits on the ground. Never before has a battle left her so exhausted, physically and mentally. Her thoughts are as tangled as her ginger hair. Sandro isn't here. Her words sound like a whimper. I want to go back. Go back? No, you can't go back. Not yet. We've still got ways to go.
Come. I'll take you to Sandro.
I hope you will. We have to keep looking for him. The girl jumps back up to her feet indignantly.
¿Cómo?
What did you say?
Lopera, listen to me.
Why should I listen to you? Last I checked, you weren't in my chain of command. Maybe not, but if it weren't for me, kid, you would have walked right to those traitors and probably caught a bullet in your general. His point was, unfortunately, irrefutable. She could only offer a huff in reply. We have no idea what the situation is now. Is your Zeno base now a rebel stronghold? Or are there loyal soldiers still holding on there? And what is the Apostles' Brotherhood doing through all this? Perhaps Lucas and Antonio knew more, but the dead don't speak to the likes of us. I'm not blaming you. I only mean the jungle may be the safest place for us now. So let's get Sandro first. At least then we'll have another ally. Lopera's mind is swirling, still too chaotic from her own plan. Rodrigo seems to offer the only path forward. She nods. Fine, we keep going. Well, that kind of descended pretty damn quickly. So I took a break for a bit, and let's get to the fourth one, Carnival Fireworks. Alright. Okay, better go back to the Rainforest and look for Sandro again, so let's go with north. A Tripodero stands in your way instead of wondering why. I don't think I can do that. I've already wasted the ammo bullet on me. So, yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't have that. Anyway, now I'm able to craft this. I think I should have... I got corrosive bullets. Okay, let's go with north again. Maybe. You plan to buy green polis in São Paulo, but the beehive in front of you makes it worthy substitute. So let's battle the... Battle the swarm. I don't have any of these concretes. I don't have anything on me here, so... Stevani? Yeah. East, north, so let's go with north again. Just a gunfire. Let's proceed blindly. Alright. There we go. That was easy. After another harrowing battle, Lopera proves once again the capabilities of a loyal, first-class Zeno soldier.
Sandro
isn't here either. She paces back and forth across the creaky wooden walkways, idly picking up small items to throw into her cauldron. Rodrigo returns after around 10 minutes. Lopera sees him emerge from a corner, his face beaming. Look what I found! Rodrigo grins, holding out a metal box dotted with beautiful buttons and dials. A radio? Is it working? Luck is best saved for times like this. A shortwave signal like this should be able to reach anywhere in the whole world. He places the odd-looking portable radio in front of Lopera, who is still staring at it with disbelief. I knew it was here. I've been into this village before. I sold them this radio in exchange for some redwood and cayman hides. Oh, and some yaboticapas. Those things that look like the eyes of the dead. Lopera examines the unusual machine. It's far from Zeno's standard issue, but With a little time, she's able to figure it out, save for one question. What's the power source? Rodrigo smiles and places a small crank between his legs. That's done it, so it's self-powered. It's a crank-powered radio. Works in any conditions. The only downside is this old goat has to add a little elbow grease. We don't know the situation at the Zeno base. It's possible contacting them would just put a target on our backs. I need to contact Admiral Igor. Do you think best? Do as you think best, little birdie. Old Rodrigo will just keep cranking. Lopera turns the dial, modulating the frequency at a specific point. Long, short, short, long. The two longs together. It should be something like that. After sending her identification code, Lopera waits, listening to the buzzing, static, and the drone of the crank. Lopera?
Father.
She second-guesses herself. The voice seems so clear in the moment. In the static, nothing else comes through. I can hear your voice. Can you hear me, Father?
Hey! Rodrigo!
What's going on? I have no idea. All I could do is keep cranking. Crank, crank, crank. Father, can you hear me? Crank harder, Rodrigo. I'm working harder than a dog girl. Situation. There's no time to worry about the signal strength. Lopera divulges everything that has happened so far as clearly as she can. Zeno troops stationed in São Paulo have mutinied. General Carlos is presumed dead, and the rebels have joined with the Apostles' Brotherhood. The old radio struggles as it bridges continents, and like a fragile spider's web, seems unable to bear more than a few words at a time. Zeno, you. Me? I remain on mission, looking for Sandro. Can you read me? Sandro. Fine. Be careful.
What?
Find Sandro. Be careful of what? Stag drowns out the line again. Darn it! Damn this thing! Piece of shite. She just kicked it in the water, didn't she? Her attempt to concussive repair does more harm than good. The video sputters out and the line goes dead.
Wait, don't do that.
You realize we can't get this thing fixed out here, don't you? Damn thing was useless anyway. Lopera hangs up the receiver and turns away in a breathless huff. Their only means of communication is completely dead. Must be the humidity. The circuits are rusted to hell. Rodrigo drops the generator and approaches Lopera, patting her on his hunched shoulders. Its work here is done. Lopera reloads the spent chambers of her revolver as she moves toward the edge of the village. Mine isn't. Come on, let's go find Sandro. I get hiccups. Another gunshot. Yeah, another warning shot rings out, and a flock of colorful birds screech and squawk as they soar up above the canopy. Okay, so always remember this lesson. Never ignore any clues in the rainforest, no matter how small or insignificant they may seem. So we got... yeah. So, let's see what we can craft for now. I got what appears to be a llama grenade? Yeah, but not a flashbang, to be precise. Alright, I'm honestly not too sure what I should be going. Let me think. Where would I want to go? I hate to flip a coin on this one, but hey, why not? Let's see. Heads, tails. I don't know if I should go west. My gut tells me west. I'm just gonna go north again. See what happens. And I don't have anything. I don't have any bullets. Yeah, I got no bullets here. Let's think. I don't think it matters where you go, to be honest. Let's see. Let's just check the reports. East, north again, so... let's go with east. You arrive at an abandoned shelter, family, or so you believe. Let's see. Picture frame, clock. Let's go with picture frame. It's a dusty photo. What could have happened to them? North. I take the... Yeah. Let me see if I can craft any bullets. I got poison bullets? Or toxic bullets? I'm gonna craft another one just in case. Why not? Right? I don't got anything else here, so... I'm gonna say... Take a detour. Yeah. Let's go west. Alright. Seems good enough for me. Another bang. The unbroken flurry of gunshots echo both near and far, producing a mirage-like sensation in the depths of the rainforest. I'm getting tongue twisted here. Lopera strains her eyes, scanning for any sign of the shooters through these dense foliage.
Ugh, darn it.
Can't we fire a couple of shots to let them know it's us? No go, little birdie. Sandro is a scrawny little thing, and as timid as he is tiny.
Kid.
Calm down. He's quick on his feet, very quickly indeed. Only thing we could do is move faster. Maybe we make more progress in a boat.
No.
One wrong turn and you'll lose any chance of finding him. Then try this. Lopera pops a few cocoa powder candies into her mouth and tosses a few to Rodrigo.
Wait, don't do that.
I thought I told you not to eat anything that popped out of your continent. Stop worrying. I'm confident about these ones. They should give you an energy boost. He watches Lopera for a while and seeing no adverse effects. Rodrigo insistently swallows the energizing candy. The stomach was starting to wane. Oh, this is really... How is it? Feeling a little lighter? The man's eyes soften unconsciously, taking on a glazed quality as he looks back at her.
Of course.
But...
Nita.
What?
Who's Nita? Rodrigo's pupils dilate. Lopera notices for the first time that he has light-colored eyes. His hand weakly clenches and releases, and he suddenly quickens his pace, leaving Lopera several steps behind. Oh no.
Hey!
Oh, he's hallucinating now. Why no, of all times, do you enter my mind?
No.
My heart will always be open to you, my Nita. It's just that I'm used to seeing you only in dreams.
Nita.
Please, I'm doing something very important now. Stop running, Rodrigo! Yes, I will save him. I promise you. What are you doing? The aging man bounds over wet roots and mud with cat-like ease, moving faster than Lopera, who finds herself bogged down and tripped. A gunshot pierces through the air. Again. The gunshot seems close enough to be a warning. Rodrigo's pace slows. The girl closes the gap between them, getting near enough to hear Rodrigo's breathless muttering.
No.
No. Don't be afraid, Nita.
Wait.
Rodrigo, I think I figured it out. You're not used to the side effects of these things. They can make you little... Lopera decides on a method to speed Rodrigo's recovery, scooping up a handful of water from a muddy puddle. No, that couldn't be a gunshot. Of course, it wasn't. This place is very safe, my little birdie. The girl freezes. The muddy water she was about to splash him out with seeps out through her fingers.
Of course.
They're only celebrating the carnival outside. There's no need to be afraid.
Rodrigo!
Yes, I'll go get you a gift from the carnival. But you have to promise me one thing. Never leave this room. Ever. Or I'll have to lock you in. You can't go to the carnival. No, you must not leave. Not tonight. The remaining mud splashes down onto her foot. Rodrigo? His eyes have grown increasingly cloudy until they become like two indistinguishable pools of gray water, and then just as quickly as the clouds recede. Epa, you fell over a bit back there, didn't you? Your hands are all covered in mud. It's nothing. We'll go back to reality. Lopera walks ahead of Rodrigo, leaving him staring at her blankly as if in a trance. Come on now. We're not catching up to him in this mud. Alright, so Asino supply point again. Let's go with loot every spot because it'll add stamina. Yeah, I really do. Let's see. Not far, east, north. I think we can go with north first. Let's go with north. Yeah. Yeah, I don't got anything, so we could look for food, search for tools, or make supplies. I'm gonna choose to make supplies. Which, yeah. And go east. Let's investigate. Devoured kin of an avian critter. Alright. I'm gonna craft more bullets. Because I do need some of these bullets. Just in case. We need some snacks. And some... Yeah. And just in case, again, I'm gonna craft each one of them. And still no piñata trap, which is ridiculous. And I think I found it. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna keep going. Because we're already past half mark here. So, to Mapinguari. That's how you say it, right? Mapinguari. I think that's how you say it. The shallow water ahead seems infested with mosquitoes of outrageous proportions. They hover across the surface, producing an audible buzz. This is it. Captain Rodrigo's very own private lake.
What?
What's so special about this place? Pernilongos and piranhas aside. See that boat over there? That's the very one I got after I was fired from the soda factory. Something came over me. I wanted to be like that old man on the water, to live on that boat. But as you can see, I couldn't handle that kind of freedom.
But,
more importantly, I have a cabin nearby, with a few goodies for us both. Including some submachine guns and a few bulletproof vests. Not cheap trash either, American made. They might be a bit damp, but they should still be functional. How'd you get your hands on those? A bitter ripple spreads across Rodrigo's face.
kid,
That cabin holds old Rodrigo's biggest secrets. Some things are best left unknown, little birdie. Eh? How many bullets do you have left? Mind sharing a few? Not many. Didn't you pick up any from those rebels? Yes, but I've injured my hand, and I'm not too steady with the gun. I'll need a few more to account my shoddy aim. Just for now, there'll be plenty in the cabin. Fine. Lopera reluctantly grabs a fistful of bullets and shoves them into Rodrigo's hand. Not a small number either. At least 2/3 of what she had left. I'm not that bad of a shot. These should be enough for me. Come on, let's walk around the lake. Stay low. Who knows if we might run into more rebels. Lead the way. Rodrigo's hunches forward, parting the dense underbrush layer by layer. Lopera follows behind in military fashion, scanning for trouble. A pair of eyes skilled at distinguishing insect and fruit species carefully scrutinizes each leaf for hidden threats. Yeah, no. Just a bird.
Oh.
An armadillo. You don't see those every day. Despite her casual tone, she maintains a firm grip on her weapon. Now this time, it is Rodrigo who fires first. Where are they?
Fire!
To the brush! Sorry. Lopera raises her gun, aiming at the wavy leaves. A shot rings out, quickly followed by another in quick succession.
God, stop!
He got it, kid! Aim right here, right when I fired! The hammer clicks empty. Lopera steadily draws a catcher pistol, continuing her barrage, magazine after magazine, until it too is spent.
I'm out of bullets.
Rodrigo keeps firing, the roars of his rifle drowning out Lopera's voice. At last, Rodrigo stops pulling the trigger. Not even Mapinguari could survive that. Let's hope we kill the I'm getting so tongue-twisted. Mapinguari, then. I'll check it out.
No.
There's no time. Let's make our way to the cabin first. We need to stock up in case there's more.
But
We're close. Come on. Rodrigo sprints off, seemingly uncaring of any would-be enemy spying him.
Hey.
You? Lopera taps her empty cylinder and chases after him impatiently. I love how the cabin is similar to the cabin in freaking Green Lake. The cabin's interior looks as though the owner left in a hurry and never returned. Not at all like the kind of place one would hide valuable weapons and equipment. Rodrigo combs over the room, producing nothing but clouds of dust. I should come back once in a while to tidy up. These cabinets. Crash. Rodrigo pulls out a long oil cloth bag from the clutter, then just as quickly crumples it and stuffs it back. Oh boy, this is no good. Just an old relic from the boat. I was going to use it to store my Cordell novels. Give it up, Rodrigo. You've been searching for close to half an hour. Lopera stands by the window, keeping her eyes on the outside, ready for any potential threat. Nothing. Rodrigo's gaze flickers, briefly landing on Lopera before turning back to the clutter.
Kid.
This is bad. Look at what your Mapinguari did. Now we're out of ammo. The girl pauses for a long time. Her words come out like a hard bone rising from her stomach, catching in her throat. We've lost Sandro for certain. We've been walking through the rainforest for so long that the mosquitoes eating away at us have changed shifts. It'll be unmitigated if we don't catch a fever 3 days from now. If you were to give up, I don't think even the great Admiral Igor would blame you.
you're wrong.
Who said anything about giving up? I'll find this rat, even if it's just his corpse.
How could Sandro be dead?
Rodrigo sighs with contempt. He turns again, his shadow face now dark and indistinct.
You can't take him to Zeno.
I'll take him across the border. Rodrigo's words are emotionless, as if stating an agreed-upon fact.
Wait.
You mean you'll leave Brazil?
Hey.
Let's get this straight. After you help me find Sandro, I'm taking him back to Zeno. He has no choice in the matter. Whatever happens after that is none of your business.
But,
It wasn't supposed to be like this. This was supposed to go down easy. Now, with Carlos dead. Rodrigo punches the cabinet, leaving a shallow dent. You know that Zeno is tearing itself apart from within? Who will keep their promises? Who can I trust with Sandro's safety? This little mutiny won't last long. Admiral Igor will put things right. We'll handle all these traitors. I can't put my faith in a stranger 1,000 miles away. He's my father. I know what kind of man he is.
Admiral Igor knows what's best.
He will make the right decision. He always does. Sandro will be the safest under his protection. The right decision? You really think there's such a thing? Rodrigo shrugs, hanging his face. I've never trusted anyone with a chest full of medals. Those little things start to blind their eyes. Lopera suddenly steps up to Rodrigo, hand the honor gun, looking up into his shadowed eyes. Idiota! You don't know anything about him. Every medal Admiral Igor wears is a mark of honor. Don't speak about my father that way.
Kid.
It's not whether those honors are real that matters. He adopted you, right? How long have you known him? Not 15 years? Is it 10? Less than 5? The girl's silence gives Rodrigo his answer. Just a few short years. What sort of father is that? Have you ever seen the world through his eyes? The world he built with the power he wields?
No.
You haven't, kid. Or you wouldn't know old Rodrigo, and the reek of fish and sweat. If Igor had ever lifted you above his head, people like me would be nothing but ants to you. Cling onto his boots all you want, but his shoulders are too high. He won't pull you up there. He never will.
Kid.
Maybe you should think about your real father. Then you'll understand what I mean. Understand what? He's a malparido, an evil man. That's the only thing I need to understand. Rodrigo's remained still, like a dark wall, waiting for the speaker to tell her story. He betrayed everyone who trusted him. He sold them all out to a goddamn fruit company, handed over their plans, their leaders, like a good little lapdog. They could have done it. Just one more push, and those bastards would have been pushed out of Colombia, bananas and all.
But...
Then it all fell apart. The shooting echoed through the streets from morning until dark. You know, he told me there were victory fireworks for the strikers. Sound familiar, Rodrigo? The man doesn't answer. He faces the wall, unspeaking. Then I suppose at least your father had never had to work on the plantation again. Never. He dressed like some kind of big boss, sweating through his suit every day but still refusing to take it off.
But...
We could never go home. We were always on the run after that, sleeping with one eye open, always afraid. I never understood why people looked at me like I was some pest, why they threw their muddy chanclas at us. He moved us from the city, always in isolated places. How did you find out about all this? The girl's gaze drops to her empty revolver. Nydia told me. You don't need to know who she is. I still don't know how she found me after all these years and so far away.
Until that night, when she knocked on my window.
Oh? Okay. I opened it for her, but she didn't come in. I thought I was seeing a ghost. Nydia was a mestizo, with skin as dark as cocoa, but that night her face was as pale as the moon. Her skinny arms were clinging to my windowsill. She said to me in a hoarse voice, Lopera, I figured it out. It was your father who betrayed us all. My father? What are you talking about? The dead, Lopera. My family, my father, mother, brother and sister, dead. But the strike, isn't it successful?
No.
They knew about it. They shot everyone, chased them through the streets, then buried them in like garbage. I saw it. There's yellow-leafed banana trees growing over the pit. Wow. They grew bananas above the corpses. Wow. Stop, thief! I'm sick, Lopera. Dying, I think. Don't say that. Come inside. Never. I won't. Not into his house.
Just grab my hand. Come on, Nydia.
There! On the windowsill! Get her! I don't hate you, Lopera. I just wanted you to know. Where's my gun? Oh, you better not. You son of a bitch. You gonna shoot a kid? You gonna shoot a child?
No!
Tell me he did not. He did. You have gotta be fucking kidding me. A grown-ass man shoots a child. Wow. Lopera steps back 3 paces from Rodrigo. She doesn't need to say no more. A dryness chokes her through the last words. Do you ever want to see your hometown again? It's gone, Rodrigo. What happened there? You can't go back to that. Maybe you don't understand.
Zeno is my home.
That's enough for me.
Zeno?
Hasn't all that's happened today shown you Zeno's true colors? The girl remains silent, letting Rodrigo's words fall to the ground. You still think you're the heroes, don't you? There are no heroes in this world, kid. You either live on the water or fight on the shore. On the water, there's peace. Maddening peace and loneliness, like the old man in his mimosa wood boat.
But,
as soon as you step on the shore, you're at war. To survive, we must become something shameful. Rodrigo is silent for a moment. His thumb rubs over his knife's handle. There's no place left for heroes. I wish I could live on the water. I do. But there are those on land I still must care for.
But...
You said your family was all gone. Rodrigo's smile is like a crack in hard leather. Don't you want poor Sandro to escape the chaos of São Paulo?
No way.
Why would I care about that? For the first time, Lopera scrutinizes the man before her, wondering if he was bitten by a poisonous snake in the forest.
No entiendo.
I don't understand. Something's been off from the start of this. Why have you been following me all this way? Who is Sandro to you? Confusion and rage erupt from her throat.
And what's your business here anyway?
Rodrigo's dark face is like an iron plate, beaten 100 times. Enough. I'm done with you. I can fight it myself.
Sandro will never go with you.
Wait a minute. Did he lead us astray? The man wore his back. Why do you care about some nobody? What is he to you? Just another goddamn medal on your from your father, right? When your Admiral Igor shows up, my poor Sandro will be paraded around like some trophy, and you'll just use him as a cover to hide the mess you've made. I can't trust your Admiral to protect him, and now I fear, little birdie, that I can't trust you either. You've lost your mind, old man. Rodriguez walks away from the wall and heads for the door.
Don't move!
You need to explain yourself before we leave.
No.
You're not going anywhere, Lieutenant. Rodrigo raises his gun, determined to entrust Lopera's fate to his trembling hand. You. He fires, but the bullet hits nothing but shadows. Lopera reflexively raises her gun to return fire, but there is nothing in the chamber to meet the cocked camera.
Nieta!
You tricked me into wasting my ammo, didn't you?
Kid.
I hate to kill you, so let's just play another game. This time, we'll really let you fate decide. Lopera is pinned down by the dark muzzle of his rifle as he retreats out the door. He slams it closed and begins locking it from the outside. The girl rushes to the door as a blind bullet pierces through, severing a few strands of her orange hair. Don't use up all your luck just yet, kid. Rodrigo's voice rattles through the door, along with the clinking of rusted chains.
Huh. You think this cage can stop me?
These locks won't hold you long, little birdie. I know you'll escape.
But,
I'll have Sandro safely away from here long before you do. It wasn't supposed to be like this, kid. Why didn't Carlos send a couple of dumb Zeno grunts? Things would have been so much simpler. I wouldn't have shed a tear over Antonio and Lucas. Open the door.
Lopera, listen to me.
A third bullet pierces the slim wooden door, grazing across Lopera's clothes and stifling her resistance. I'd have shot Nydia too. If I were in your father's shoes, I wouldn't have cared who she was or what she wanted.
But,
if there had been even a chance she might harm my daughter, I wouldn't have let her live.
Nita.
Oh my god. My Nita. My little bird. I'm sorry. How could I have let them do that to you? A rough fist hits the door. Rodrigo slings back his rifle and turns away. Fate let you dodge 3 bullets. You win again, Lopera. May we never meet again. Lopera cups her hands around a bullet hole in the door and shouts, "Where are you taking him?" She presses her ear to the door to hear the footsteps pause for a moment, then slowly return.
You won't see us again, you hear me? I can't lose him now. He's all I have left.
Is that his son? I'm just starting to click together. It may be his son. I'm just thinking it right now. He told us a story about his wife and son. And yeah. And part 6. So we're trapped in a cabin.
Ugh, darn it.
Open this door. Crack again. Though it's only a thin piece of wood, her small frame can't make it budge an inch. The force propels her back to the center of the room. Traitor! Rodrigo! You lying old jerk! Damn you! You were lying to me from the start. I figured that. Like, why would he offer her to guide her through the rainforest? And ends up leading us astray. In a moment of silence, distant gunshots echo through the air. The gunshots are far from their location. Sandro must have moved further, and Rodrigo must be closing in. Let me think. Okay. There's always a way out. Stay calm, Lopera. I can still find them. A way out? A way out? How do I get out of this? I'm out of bullets. Otherwise, I shoot the lookout. Could you make your cauldron into a makeshift bomb? Lopera falls back on the rough, damp floor, accidentally tripping over her cauldron. Silver-gray pellets roll out. These ones appear to be darker than before. She picks one up and examines it.
What's going on?
Did those smoke bombs in the cauldron react with something else? After pondering for a moment, she gives up on trying to understand, tossing the pellets back into the cauldron.
Ugh. I've never been able to wrap my head around alchemy.
Why practice it? But maybe I could use this thing to make a... Yes! I'm on the money. I'm right on the money. Lopera scrapes some gunpowder residue out of her gun barrel and adds it to the cauldron. This should make it more explosive. Let's see, what else can I use? I mean, a rotted banana peel? I guess it could give things a kick of energy, hopefully. The young alchemist doesn't follow any particular recipe, choosing her materials by intuition alone. This should do. Hopefully, it'll be some kind of bullets or explosives. And it's bound to pack a punch with bombardier bullets in the mix. She adds a few drops of blood, dripping from a wound. Die. The doing of a sharp branch during their rainforest trek. Blood, the source of life and strength. That's gotta do the trick. Get boiling, burst. It shakes like a toad that swallowed a beehive in a single gulp. The self-heating arcane cauldron transforms her motley materials into a kind of metallic fluid. For a moment, she starts to believe she may actually have the chops to be a professional alchemist. The fluid begins to broil, and smoke, getting darker and hotter by the second.
What's going on?
Is this thing about to explode? Get behind cover. It becomes abundantly clear that the cauldron is indeed about to explode. Whoa! Lopera kicks the cauldron toward the door and ducks for cover. There is a dull thud and then a boom. Boom! Yeah, that's gotta hurt. Distant gunshots echo again. She remembers her father's words. Find Sandro. Who is this? Lopera.
Lopera.
Could it be that? No. She's alive. No one's tough. She's one tough arcanist. You know, she's taken a bullet before. Some slum kid that gave her a run for her money once upon a time. She survived then, and she'll survive this time too.
Why?
Did she come to such a place? Looking for Sandro, I guess.
What?
Sandro? Who's Sandro? More gunshots ring out. Forget it. We need to get her out of here.
Copy that.
Major. Sandro.
Look.
Her eyelids twitched. More gunshots again. Yeah. Find Sandro. We need to find Sandro. Kiss. Oh, it's another Zeno soldier. Are you a friendly?
Sandro.
Sandro. Where is he?
My God.
You're awake. Lopera has never seen Major Cassian like this. Drenched in sweat, yes. Eyes bloodshot. How did you find this place? You were lucky, Lieutenant. We weren't far away when we heard the explosion. Explosion? Besides the explosion, did you hear gunshots? There are gunshots everywhere, Lopera. Carlos. I know, he was killed by the mutineers. Huh? I don't know how you found out, but that's the long and short of it.
Traitors.
Deaton managed to take the base. They scattered, and now we're on the hunt. I was talking about gunshots in the rainforest. I heard gunshots. Constant, distant gunshots. I don't think we heard any gunshots before. Just like howling of some wild bears. Yoda, wild bears here? Are there no bears in Brazil? No. It must have been the Mapinguari. I hope I said it right. Mapinguari? Yeah, I think I got it. Lopera regains some energy from her confusing joke. She forces herself back to her feet, taking her blown-up cauldron from the hands of her comrade. Never mind. How many mutineers are there? At least half of our forces in São Paulo. They did a number on what was left of us too. It will be difficult to take direct action against them until reinforcements arrive.
So...
For now, we are attempting to keep them disorganized by harassing their positions. One of our prisoners said the rebels and the Apostles' Brotherhood are meeting at an estate nearby, but we haven't been able to pinpoint the exact location. Lopera stays silent, taking several unidentified pills and swallowing them down with water from her canteen. Lieutenant Lopera, I know what you're thinking, but you can't. You may have a concussion. I'll be fine. Is there anything wrong with me? These pills will cure it.
I have to find Sandro.
Forget Sandro. My orders came directly from Admiral Igor. And my little hoodie thing just got that tangle. Her rescuers exchange glances. The mention of Admiral Igor forces them to set aside their concerns for now. Admiral Igor? Alright, then we find Sandro. But where do we even start? Follow the gunshots, and you'll find him. Gunshots? Right on cue. Like that? Oh yeah, just like that, idiota. Alright, so I could go west and south. Let's go south for now. Okay, so a violinist from the Favela invites you to listen to her impromptu performance. Her dream is to perform on the stage in São Paulo's Music Hall. I don't think I got enough anything to craft, so I will have to accept the invitation. Yeah, how could anyone refuse such a polite invitation? Yeah. Damn, mosquito bites! West, south. I'm going south. There we go. Nice. I'm not sure if that was intentionally long or not, but that was stressful. All right. So on to number 7. Onwards to no place to go. Are we going to corner Sandro? Maybe. What is this place? Some kind of old estate by the look of it. The soldiers experienced in jungle warfare crouched low, hiding their forms in the shade of the tall walled structure. The last shots we heard came from somewhere near here, but there are no signs of any battle. While there's no sign of battle, a quick investigation soon reveals that within the estate are a large force of Zeno rebels, along with members of the Apostles' Brotherhood. If there wasn't a fight, it could mean that Sandro escaped, or he was captured. Then this is the estate the mutineer we interrogated mentioned. There are some oddly dressed people here, besides the rebels and apostles. A few strange dressed individuals sporadically move between the doors and the courtyard. Their dark clothes are not suited to the Brazilian sun.
Manus vindictae.
Manus vindictae. Yeah. Look at all these crates. The wood looks bone dry. These must have been brought in recently. This may be their main base of operations. If so, we have an opportunity to deal with a lethal blow to them here and now. A good opportunity, not wasted.
Be careful.
Be careful. There's someone over there. See that strange black-haired woman? Those claws of hers don't look like fashion accessories. That is Kimberly, or should I say Anjo Nala? Maybe? Or, let's just call her Kimberly for now.
My god.
What is that she's eating? Is that human? Look closer, Major. It's turkey. Just an odd, old, dry one. That's one big turkey leg.
So...
What's in God's name is going on here? Rebels, the Brotherhood, clawed cultists? It doesn't matter. Zeno can handle them all the same way. A small gray pellet bounces in Lopera's hand. Take them out first. Ask questions later.
Be careful.
I have a feeling that the turkey-eating mujer will be a toughie. Okay, here's my thought. I think Miss Kimberly might be Anjo Nala's sister.
You don't want to get on my bad side.
Alright, looks like I'm doing a manual battle here. Everyone spread out. I'll handle that woman. Understood, Lieutenant. Why is there so much smoke? Target in sight. Fire! Oh no, my turkey! Please, I'm still starving. Give it up. Don't even think about getting away. My dinner. My meal. It's gone. Alright, that's... Alright, I'll shoot you. Alright, let's buff you.
No,
Channel.
I've got some trouble brewing.
Let's count.
My turn, huh?
Bask in the sunlight.
Please, allow me. Ha! My crucible really has a mind of its
As
own.
long as you hit the target.
Yeah, she's gonna be a toughie. Alright, I think I want to do this one first. Then this.
Get ready. This is going to be a crowd pleaser.
And this and
Time
this.
for a little
I
mystery.
never get tired of this one.
Wait for the pop. Please, mortal. Give this a taste.
Handy little pliers.
Push on.
Alright, I'm gonna have to do this.
Experience fuels knowledge.
So we can do Let's get rid of some
Let's got
Cenos.
some trouble brewed.
And,
Together, we are fearless. Fire. Stay back, I say. Those gates.
See how my
Get
skills
ready.
glisten
This
in the
is going to be a
sunlight.
crowd pleaser. Let's got some trouble brewed.
The sparkling of the sea, the shimmering of scales. There is always a light to follow.
Wait for the pop. I never miss. Most of the time, anyway.
nice.
Try a little harder next time.
Watch and learn, kids!
Sweet dreams.
Alright, so let's do. Actually, I need to upgrade. Let's upgrade the boss real quick.
Knowledge drives progress.
My turn, huh?
Flash in the water.
Just you wait.
Nice. Yes.
Your end draws near.
Experience fuels knowledge.
Ready? Aim. Shall I, Master? Do you have a little faith in me, Master?
Devote yourselves to one another.
Ha! My crucible really has a mind of its own.
Watch and learn, kids!
Sweet dreams.
Alright, we're getting good damage.
Get ready. This is going to be a
Actually,
crowd.
I'm gonna do the debuff here.
Get ready. This is going to be a crowd pleaser. Ready? Aim. Wait for the pop. Air like dark embrace.
Nice.
What's a veteran without his gun?
Fire.
And we're done. We're done.
Our courage and determination brought us victory.
Alright, so we double that. No, 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 no!
I don't know anything. I don't know.
Who are you? She lowers her eyes, refusing to answer. Lopera doesn't care. And you're with Manus Vindicte? Yes. Then you're going back with the rest of these prisoners. Her head flutters like a banana leaf in the hurricane. No, I didn't mean that. Please, I haven't any idea who these people are or why they came to São Paulo. I only came out of here looking for food, and might I say that turkey was utterly revolting. The bizarre and apparently very hungry woman had been a powerful opponent. Ordinarily, she might be intrigued by her story, true or not, but she had other things on her mind. I need to ask you about a couple of people. Of course. She nods eagerly, desperately. I'm looking for a man named Rodrigo, middle-aged, tan brown skin, wearing a vest. She nods frantically, hoping to trade her answers for freedom. I think I saw him, yes. The large man that came out from the forest. He was with someone else. A young man. A young man? Could that have been Sandro? Sandro? I'm afraid I don't know. I didn't know any of them. I swear, I'm not lying. The Brotherhood took the old man and locked him in the basement. The younger man ran away into the forest. Again? I can find it for you. I have an excellent sense of smell, if I do say so myself. Forget about it, girlie. You've got bad news written all over you. Yeah, she's a hunter. Please let me go.
Please let me
Never
go.
mind.
I'll be good. I'll never see those bloody menace vindicte again.
You don't really think I'm just going to let you go, right? Sorry, lady. You're going straight to the Zeno lockup until we know what to do with you. Lock up? I've told you everything. Please. Please, miss. Why can't you just let me go? I don't want to go into jail. I won't. I won't. She springs forward, her claws slicing the air, almost scratching the soldiers holding her back. This wacko cultist is getting out of control.
I'm not in any kind of cult.
She's forced to serve, damn it. Just get her moving. Those arcane restraints have the time limit. Two soldiers drag the struggling prisoner away to a particular cell on a particular base. Rebels, the Apostles' Brotherhood, and now Manus Vindicte. The complexity of the situation is now far out of hand. But she still has one clear and unequivocal purpose. Find Rodrigo and, through him, Sandro. She cannot fail her mission. But what if the mission changes? That's what I'm thinking. This must be the basement. Rodrigo lies slumped in a corner, unconscious and covered in blood. Yeah, that's him, Rodrigo. A set of frayed ropes lies around him, along with a sharp blood-stained stone. He might be bleeding out. I'll check on him. Major Cassian steps forward to lift his head, checking for signs of life. What? Rodrigo suddenly bolts up, seizing the Major by the throat, then pulling him close to make him a human shield. Cassian! The sharp, bloody stone is pressed up to Cassian's carotid artery. At the same moment, her revolver is pointed at Rodrigo's forehead. Look, he doesn't! Shut up! Drop the gun, or Zeno loses another fine officer today. Rodrigo, you have no way out. Tile drop. The hand holding the stone shard trembles, leaving a red gash on Cassian's neck. What are you even doing here? I told you that you'd never keep me locked up.
Where is Sandro?
No.
You know I'll never tell. He'll be free of all this soon. Anxiety and desire churn in Lopera's stomach. Her patience wears extremely thin. One last chance, Rodrigo. Keeping your mouth shut won't help you now. Zeno will find him. Sandro isn't involved in any of this. I'm the one at fault here. He isn't involved?
And Sandro?
He's just a kid. I've had it with your lies. You want to explain why this innocent kid had dealings with the Apostles' Brotherhood? Only because his idiot father.
Father? Do you really think you can play the hero here?
Did you even once stop to think what would become of Sandro after all this?
You're just turning him into another you, a total moron.
Calm down, Lopera. A turncoat traitor, selling out everyone he knows for a bit of cash. If he grows up to be like you in the end, then he'll just be another con man, always on the run with not a single person that cares whether he lives or dies. Or I could take Sandro back with me. Zeno can turn him around, teach him what honor means.
Sandro will never go with you.
I'll never let Zeno take him. An army that brutalizes neighborhoods, that kills its own officers, and you have the gall to tell me about honor? That's never happening again. Heh, little birdie. Once there is a first, there will come a second, and a third. You don't know anything, old man.
No, you're the one who doesn't get it.
I struggled my whole life. Who helped me? Who gave me a damn thing?
Nobody.
Everything I have, my family, my property, I earned it, and I'll protect it by any means necessary. I've never killed anyone innocent. I just did what I had to do. You think every one of them wouldn't have done the same if they were in my shoes? I'm sorry about your friend, but it wasn't my fault. Oh, hell, it is your fault, you son of a bitch.
Of course I care about you.
Sure. Your friend, her name was Nydia? See, I remember. I'm not as uncaring as might you think. If you saw, why'd you shoot her? Just a kid. You're lying.
No, listen.
Don't say it. Don't open your mouth. Pray I don't hear your voice again today. Damn you. Just go to your room.
I'm never setting foot in that room again.
I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of anything. I'll run away. You can't lock me up. Where would you go? Take one step outside, and those brutes will tear you apart.
Nydia, Laura, and their parents.
They
hated you, not me. I've done nothing wrong.
Is that so? What makes you think you deserve to stand here, to live as you do? I should kick you out, send you back to the banana plantations, let you experience the disease and death I took you away from. Then you'll see. Then you'll behave. No. Never.
Don't you think you've got their blood on your hands too?
I'm sorry if I'm yelling a bit, but I'm so into the lines here, and it makes me a bit more into the line. Sorry. Nothing like that.
You have no idea what you're doing!
Fine. Then I'll stay ignorant.
And she shot her own father. Wow. And I think she might have shot Rodrigo, too.
Lopera.
Yep. Did she shoot him? Yeah. What happened? The Major grabs Rodrigo's falling body by the arms, gently lowering it to the ground. The shot echoes over and over against the cramped stone chamber, leaving the ears ringing. God, that would have been annoying. There's nothing pleasant about a bullet grazing your face. But it's better than a slit throat. I owe you, Lieutenant. Sorry. I'm glad you're okay. Sandro is still out there. Are you insane? Cassian shakes Lopera by the shoulders, but quickly stops. The girl looks already ready to fall apart. Forget it. I don't care about your orders or mine. Don't go after him. Let it go. I'm taking you back to the base to recuperate.
But...
The Admiral said... A soldier rushes in, interrupting their conversation. Major, we heard a shot. Is everything okay? I was taken hostage by a prisoner. But Lieutenant Lopera has here saved my life. Your aim is still as flawless as ever, Lieutenant. Unfortunately, I have something urgent to report. We found the body of a young man on the perimeter. Seems like he died about 10 minutes ago. Gunshot wound. Looks to be self-inflicted.
My God.
This is a dark day. Was that Sandro? And did he shoot himself? He must have shot himself. What the hell? This is getting more strange and weird as hell. Alright, I believe we're on the last track here, so let's head to the ones on the bank. The ones on the bank. Alright, so we're at a cemetery now. I guess at the events here. The misty canopy of the forest blocks out the scorching tropic sun above, leaving the ground perpetually shaded and wet. Major Cassian gently brushes a freshly engraved tombstone. My dear Antosha, who could have thought this day would come? You always said you'd be the second in our class to become a major. Carlos was a malparido, a swine of the worst kind. Blah, blah, blah. He put too much faith in brute force. He used Zeno's bullets and arcanum explosions to get his way. never expecting they could be turned against him. Many of our soldiers here are local recruits. They were caught between their loyalty to their communities and their loyalty to Zeno. Carlos pushed them too far. Did they kill him before he launched the operation? Yes, he never got to give the order. Perhaps that's a good thing. I think if we had gone through with it, all of Sao Paulo would have turned against Zeno, not just the Apostles' Brotherhood. I knew that list was fishy from the start. Choice words, Lieutenant, but I also found concrete evidence in Carlos's files. The informant was a retired veteran from Rodrigo. So he was not lying about that. It was him? Immersed in his story, the Major doesn't take notice of Lopera's shock.
That's right.
I suspect he fabricated the entire list. Like you said, they were all just ordinary people. Some might have had occasional dealings with the gangs, but you know how it is in Sao Paulo. Such situations are hard for the common folk to avoid. I can only imagine the hell we could have unleashed if we had gone after them. As for asking Zeno to retrieve Sandro from the Brotherhood, I guess this was his condition for acting as an informant. But Zeno would have eventually found out he had given them false information. Why would Rodrigo risk himself like that? I guess he hoped that Sandro would be free and clear before we found out. A man like Rodrigo could get away from this place 1,000 different ways. If I were to speculate on his actions from a more negative perspective, Cassian cast an apologetic look Lopera's way. I'd wager he was using you to snatch Sandro from the Brotherhood's grasp. Then he'd have shot you in the back of the head on the way back. I guess you were too smart for that, though. Bang. Then Rodrigo and Sandro would have disappeared forever into the rainforest. The humidity rises to a suffocating level. They don't hear the approaching footsteps. Major Cassian, Lieutenant. It's Admiral. Admiral! Mr. Igor. The Major raises a perfectly drilled salute among the tombstones. Gray eyebrows, gray blue eyes, and gray-brown tombstones. Amid these, the girl, who usually burns with a fiery glow, seems almost dimmed. The old Admiral bows his head in mourning. Major Cassian quietly steps away. Lopera breaks their silence.
Father.
It was good of you to come to Sao Paulo. She remembers the moment that a fully armed transport helicopter landed with exact precision on the base's helipad. The lines of loyal Zeno soldiers in formation saluting toward the hatch with reverence. I haven't had the time to talk with you since coming to Sao Paulo. Our late General Carlos left me in a mire worse than any Brazilian swamp. We must start over. Sao Paulo's garrison will be integrated with my own personal guard. This should simplify matters. Lopera doesn't think too much about the details. Her father's military wisdom and character stand unquestionable in her mind. And she has a long way to go before she can match her father in any of these respects, especially with another mission all but failed. Father. Speed it out. I didn't bring Sandro back. I failed my mission. Sandro. He speaks the name dryly. It clearly holds no significance to him. You misunderstood your orders. What did she misunderstood? Huh? Indeed, what? When you reported to me over whatever that device was, I ordered you to return to base, not to find Sandro. You didn't want me to find him? The Admiral doesn't reply to her, offering only a rise of his gray brow. You were with Rodrigo then, yes? Allow me to tell you about this man. While deployed in Rio against the cartels, he failed a crucial mission. His identity was exposed, and as a result, his children were kidnapped. They demanded the names of his fellow operatives. He traded them a list for his son, Sandro, but something happened. Their deal fell through, and his daughter was killed. And his fellow operatives?
A total bloody tragedy. Like hell.
They were massacred. I'm told there wasn't enough left of them for identification. He deserted his post and quietly made his way to São Paulo. He took the boy with him, but hid him away. It is a pity he died. He might have been a valuable witness. The thick humid mist fills Lopera's lungs, stifling her words. The Admiral turns away from the rows of tombstones, his demeanor comforting in a way strange and unfamiliar to them both. It was a necessity for war. You had to protect your comrades. I worry your impulsive nature clouds your judgment. Yet on that day, when you had the choice to kill your father, you chose wisely. Self-control, Lopera. This is what I expect from you. I'll try to control myself. Her father's hand falls on her shoulder, brushing away her despair like dust. For an arcanist, it is a long and bitter road. But for a soldier, it is nothing. A soldier's career is spent making up for their own failures. Failure is expected. One's legacy may be decided in only a few key victories. A manuscript dictate base destroyed, valuable prisoners captured, and supplies seized. Each of these victories will aid us in our future operations.
I've always been proud of you, Lopera.
Probably the nicest thing you've ever said to her, in all honesty. Hot tears well up in her eyes, but she holds them back stiffly. At most, she lets out a sniffle. You are to remain on base for the next few days. Rest, and wait for the timekeeper to arrive in São Paulo. Perhaps you might make some new friends. Yeah, she deserves some new friends.
Father.
What is it? You'll set things right in São Paulo, won't you? I won't let those who trampled on our loyalty and honor go unpunished. Zeno is a great and indestructible army, and we are an unbreakable family.
I will never betray this army or my children.
The Admiral scrapes a leaf off his boot against a dew-coated rock.
I trust you, Father.
Straight up loyalty. Lopera looks up, only able to see her father's towering shoulders. And that is the end of this event here. So, the rainforest is filled with peril. Test your bravery here and see how far you can push yourself. I mean, I could go all in here, but I'm not sure what I do on this one. I might go off track here, maybe, but either way, that's literally it for the story of Into the Rainforest. Now I know that this thing takes place before the events in Chapter 8. Maybe, because the Timekeeper may have arrived in Chapter 8. And, I'm not sure if my theory about Miss Kimberly is right or not. Maybe Anjo Nala is Miss Kimberly. Who knows? There's only one of Succubus in there. And one of set of faces and fangs here. So, I just want to say thank you all for watching this video, and I'm really proud of you all for bearing with 2 hours of all that gameplay. I may want to skip the long versions of the gameplay because you already know what you're going to see and deal with. There is no right or wrong of puzzles here. You choose the right direction, and hopefully you'll get through it. Not sure if there's a bonus in dealing with every area and making a lot of things using the alchemy cauldron. Alright, I got a sign out track here, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, please give this video a like or dislike. Anyone who's new to the channel, please be sure to support my channel by clicking that subscribe button. If you enjoy my narration, my commentary, maybe even gameplay, be sure to support my channel. Like I said, again, click the subscribe button, click the like button, and be sure to comment if you have anything to say about this. So, I believe I got these side stories out of the way. Now with that out of the way, I can probably continue on with chapter 7 right now. But that's going to be after I edit this video. So, as always, this has been an enjoyable experience with, I believe Lopera was a daughter of a rich man, I believe. But how he became rich, but at a cost, by betraying. This whole thing is about betrayal and loyalty. And I guess you could say that she had to choose. From trying to, like, take in a potential witness or protect their comrade. But it's all about Zeno loyalty. We know what we're dealing with in chapter 8. Mutineers who had trouble dealings with their Zeno and loyalty in São Paulo, to a new type of faction called the Apostles' Brotherhood. A manus Fidicte might be potentially be here, but yeah. So, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in a new video, so peace out, and have an awesome day.